Right, guys, welcome to tonight's live stream between the Sharks and the British and Irish Lions. There was there was fears that this game would not be taking place today, but luckily it is. So, yeah, we are ready for a great game today between the Sharks and the British and Irish Lions. Let me just get my stuff up for you guys real quickly. It is the Sharks against the British and Irish Lions today. So it should be a cracking encounter as well. We will go through the team lineups in just a bit, guys. Just setting up everything real quickly as we get this game underway. Right, kickoff will be at 8 o'clock tonight, guys. It was scheduled for 7 o'clock today, but because of a COVID scare in the Lions squad, we are going to start at 8 o'clock today. So, yeah, looking forward to this one, and it should be a cracker of a game. I've got a poll up going at the moment, 86 votes already. Can the Sharks beat the Lions today? 58% says yes, while 42% says no. Yeah, so, yeah, let's see how this one is going to turn out, guys. Quickly going through the comment section. Achilles says, I'm excited for this one. Lloyd Gray, hopefully a good one. Rosalind Blow says, remind me, Guru. Marcel Celia, good evening, Guru. How's it going, Marcel? Casper Bossoff has joined in as well. Licona and Pete Pompey. So the match is going ahead as scheduled, guys. Marcel Celia, is the game still going to be played tonight? Yes, it will be. So kick off in about 20 minutes or so. Then Achilles says, hi, Guru. Sorry I missed the other streams today. Was a hectic day at work. Busy. But I couldn't miss this game for anything. So, yeah, it's Lloyd Grace says, we'll come back in a while if no kickoff yet. Yeah, it will only start in about 20 minutes' time. Jean Reberger says, I am happy. Right, so the strangest thing happened today, Achilles. I know you are the moderator for the channel, but I don't know if you are aware that we got a 3,290 Rand donation today from a guy called Zander Nell. So he did make the donation if I'm going to pay him back 1,000 Rand. So, yeah, the number that he gave me does not exist. So if anybody can maybe get that number up on the screen again from the previous live stream, I will appreciate that, because I haven't been able to get in touch with Zander just yet. Right, so let's quickly go through this team lineups, guys. For the Sharks today, we've got Manny Libok, Vanna Koch, Jeremy Ward, Maurice Lowe, Takir Abrams, Kevin Bosch, and Jaden Hendrickse. A lot is expected from this young backline. We know Manny Libok has been performing pretty decently at fullback for the Sharks this last couple of games. Vanna Koch has yet to impress me, really, coming from the 7s to the 15-man code. He really needs to step up. I know I say this every single time, but for me, he's been a big letdown so far in the Sharks camp. When we bought him initially, I thought a hell lot of him. So, yeah, expecting a big one from Vanna Koch today. Then Jeremy Ward and Maurice Lowe in the midfield combination. All of you know I'm a big fan of Maurice Lowe. And Jeremy Ward is not too bad, although he hasn't really stepped up the way we would have thought that he would. So looking for a big game from Jeremy Ward today. Then Takir Abrams was phenomenal against the Western Province, who will forget that solo run from his own try line. So let's hope it works out for Takir Abrams today. Maybe he can do a Cheslin Colby on Owen. Well, Owen Farrell's not playing today, I think. We'll go through that lineup of the Lions in a bit. But he's got potential, so really looking forward to what he can do. Then Kevin Bosch, he needs a big one today. He's not been performing well at number 10. He's out of form, out of sorts since that Currie Cup final last year, when he basically played himself out of Springbok contention against the Bulls. So, yeah, he needs to really get things going today. A big opportunity to prove all his critics wrong today, while Jaden Hendrickse will get the opportunity to really show what he's worth at number 9, because there's a lot of talks of him being the future of the Springboks as well. So we are blessed with some really great number 9s at the moment, and Jaden Hendrickson will have to really stand out if you would want to do this. So Barry Green asked, what result of COVID testing thing when you got an update? So there were no further positive tests in the Lions camp. They did say if there was any new test that came back positive, the game would have been cancelled or postponed. So they're all on the ground and getting ready for this one. So the game will definitely go ahead, Barry. Then Achilles says, I saw the donations. Yeah, I was really happy for you, bro. You done it like 4 or 5 times in total. It was 3.2. Yeah, it was quite nice. Let's just chat for us 20 minutes, says Achilles. And then S. Morgan, thank you for making this available. My cousin played for the Lions in 1955, though as a very spread out family, age-wise, I missed out. So that is massive. Yeah, it's great to do this, guys. As you guys know, I keep you guys up to date with the live score. And while we're doing so, we're also having a nice rugby chat here at the Rugby Guru. I don't know if you guys have noticed in the background, I got myself the Rugby Guru poster, which will form part of the merchandise coming in about a month or so's time. So let me know if anybody's interested. Unfortunately, at this stage, it will only be available to SA residents because the postage will be hectic if you go on an international level. Jean-Ray Berger says, I am sub, so thank you so much for subbing, Jean-Ray. Barry, what made them do testing in the first place? I think it is compulsory that they have to do it before the games. So, yeah. Achilles says, I just noticed I can dismiss the vote. Lol, can I remove it? Why do you want to remove it, Achilles? Please don't please don't dismiss the vote, man. Come on. Guru, if you make Merc, let me know first, bro. I want Merc. So, yeah, the first thing up for grabs, Achilles, is this poster behind me. I don't have a price just yet for you, so I will keep you guys up to date. In about a month or so's time, there will be more Merc coming our way, but we are going to start off very, very slow. Then Dan JC, will we see the game? So, unfortunately, I'm not allowed to show any live footage, Dan JC. So this will just be live commentary along with some rugby banter. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this. You won't find any live footage on YouTube, unfortunately. And then John Ray Berger says, I am a Shark. So myself, also a big Shark supporter. Here we go. There's my little Shark jacket for the day. So I'm really looking forward to this. All right, so let's move on to the forwards of the Sharks. And I do feel that this is one area where we might be slacking a little bit against this British and Irish Lions side. So up front, Kwesi Mona, Faison Barter, Kucha Machuna, Ruben van Heerden, Hiron Andrews, James Venter, Thembelani Boli, and Pepsi Buthelezi. So looking at this forward pack, Kwesi Mona, Faison Barter. Well, let's first go with Kwesi Mona and Machuna. So they weren't part of the initial Sharks setup. They didn't feature in Super Rugby. They didn't feature in the whole other competitions. They only started playing for the Sharks again, although we know that Machuna has formed part of the Sharks setup for a while before he went to the Cheetahs. So a big task for them today, along with Faison Barter, who's shown some real promise in that number 2 jerseys. His lineups have been solid. He tends to find his jumper around 8 out of 10 times, so that is pretty solid for a hooker as well. So, and he has been in the alignment camps for the Springboks. So a lot of ask from him as a youngster. Then Ruben van Heerden, Hiron Andrews have been quite solid this season. We know way back in 2019, they were struggling with their lineouts, but it could have been probably because of the hooker. But at that time, Kieran van Vuuren was the hooker, and we really struggled at lineout times. So I'm glad that they sorted that out. Ruben van Heerden and Hiron Andrews looking the part for the Sharks this time around, and can't wait to see what they do today. Then James Venter, Thembelani Boli, and Pepsi Buthelezi. So the guy that really stands out for me in the Sharks loose trio is Thembelani Boli. He's been absolutely exceptional for the Sharks, carrying that ball up tremendously. And on defense, he's been a real stalwart as well. Then James Venter will be there to try and disrupt this Lions side. And then Pepsi Buthelezi, a youngster coming through beautifully for the Sharks side as well. He will also be captaining, and what an honor it is going to be for him as well. Then Achilles says, I will happily take that poster, mate. If you do sell them, please give me an autograph on the poster. I will do that, especially for you, Achilles. So that might be one thing that I might end up doing, is giving my autograph on the posters as well. But I will keep you up to date for that. Achilles says, you are my commentator celebrity, so I would love an autograph from you. I will do that for you guys. So, yeah, as soon as I get everything set up, we will get the merchandise going. I've got some really nice stuff planned, but we are going to start just really small because we want to really keep it available to everybody and try and keep the cost as low as possible. Then Pete Pompey says, go Sharks. So we've got plenty of Shark supporters here today. What do you guys think of the Sharks lineup for today? Do you guys think they will be worthy of the challenge of the Lions? Are we not a little bit light in weight? Are we good enough? Are we fast enough? Are our backline good enough to match that of the British and Irish Lions? Let me know in the comment section as we go on. Achilles says, I vouch for the Sharks tonight, 100%. Then in the poll at the moment, 106 votes that says the Sharks. Can the Sharks beat the Lions? And 58% says yes. So there is a lot of confidence at the moment for the Shark supporters here. Right, let's quickly go through this Lions side real quickly. So this is it. Liam Williams, Anthony Watson, Elliot Daly, Bundi Yaki, Duan van der Merwe, Dan Bigger, and Gareth Davis. So looking at Liam Williams, it's his second start, basically. He played against Japan as well and did a really good job in that game. So Stuart Hawke might be a little bit worried at this stage because Liam Williams have really played the part so far. And then Anthony Watson comes in for his first game. We all know he's highly rated in England and in Europe. So it will be interesting to see how he fares as a utility back as well. And Elliot Daly comes in at 13. We've seen him mostly at fullback and the wing so far, but in fact, he has played a few games on the outside centre for England as well and for his club. So it's not an unfamiliar position for him. Then Bundiyaki, expect him to bash that ball up. Marius Lowe and Jeremy Ward will have their hands full, as well as Kevin Bosch, and that worries me just a little bit on defence, whether Kevin Bosch will be able to keep that defensive channel going at number 10. Then Duan van der Merwe on the left wing, no introduction needed. He is a former South African player, now playing his trade in Scotland and now coming for his second game for the Lions, and expect him to bash it up. But I can't wait to see Takir Abrams really trying to run around him. It's a pity that Takir isn't the 14 for today's game, because I think he would have run loops and bounds around Duan today. But it will still be interesting to see how the likes of Werner Kok gets to challenge Duan van der Merwe. Then Dan Bigger trying to settle at 10. We've seen Finn Russell the other day, and he wasn't the greatest in form on the day. Although he didn't do anything wrong, his distribution was a little bit slow, and he did tend to make some really stupid decisions down the line as well. Then Gareth Davis gets his first start today. We all know that Conor Murray will be the first choice scrum half. So maybe Warren Gatland is just looking to see who he's going to take as the replacement scrum half at this stage between Gareth Davis and Ali Price, who had a cracking game against the Lions last week. Right, let's going to look into the comment section again before we go through the forwards. Is Jaden Hendricks brothers with Jordan of the Lions? Yes, he is, Dicona. So they are brothers. Jordan Hendricks playing 10 for the Golden Lions. It is a brother thing going there. Then Bertius joined in saying, hey, evening, Guru. And Roslyn, am I late? No, you're not late. We are having a little banter. We're still about 10 minutes away from the kickoff to this game. So, yeah, just going through a few stuff, looking at the team lineups and also all that. And Achilles says, I'm so happy Western Province lost today. They lost it in the last minute. So Achilles says, Roslyn, you late. Sharks won 35-34. That would be an amazing result, though, if it does happen. And Archie says, COVID ruining things. So not really for this one. And what's even better is Jaco Paper is the referee for today's game. And we do know that the Sharks tend to win their games when they do have him as the referee. Then Wayne Barnes, AJ Jacobs, and Morris van der Westhuizen will be the assistant referees along with the TMO. What's the score, says Blake Simons. The game hasn't started yet. We're still about 10 minutes or 9 minutes away from kickoff. Right. Yeah, Blake Simmons says Ford, it started like 15 minutes ago. So actually the game was moved on by an hour because there was a COVID scare in the Lions camp. But they have been cleared and they are going to play kickoff at 8 o'clock tonight. Right, Marcel Salia says, Mr. Guru, are you ready for the Sharks to make history again? Elbow cough. It would be such an amazing thing if the Sharks managed to pull off an upset today. But one thing that I've seen from the 2009 game, I don't know if any of you guys watched the highlights, but if you looked at that Sharks side that played on that day, you had the likes of Jean Duisel, Keegan Daniel, Jacques Boertes, Johan Miller, Albert van der Berg, Yanni Duplessis. Who else was there? Stefan ter Blanche, Andre Strauss, all those guys. And those were quality players. And we still ended up losing 32 points to 3 or 39 points to 3. So that's the big question. Can this new class of Sharks be better than the side of 2009? Remember, we also, I think, were the Currie Cup champions that year, if I'm not wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we were the Currie Cup champs that year. So it's going to be quite a tough one. Blake Simmons have made the first prediction saying the Lions will win 76 points to 14. And at this stage, anything is possible. So, yeah, it's one of those things. Right, Kaywood Publishing says, ready for this from the west coast of Canada. Thank you for joining in, Kaywood Publishing. Really enjoy doing this commentary and giving you guys up-to-date scores here. Achilles says, Blake Sharks is much stronger than Lions. Our Lions, I mean, they will do better against the British and Irish Lions. Let's hope so. But it's going to be a close one, I think, in the first half with a probable Lions breakout in the second. As much as I love to see my Sharks win here today, I do think that the Lions might just pull this off by at least 20 points. Correct me if I'm wrong. Marcel says, I'm a big Shark supporter, but this game is not going to be jokes. The Sharks can win, but will they? That's the big question. And then Achilles says, I guarantee you that. Mike Preston says, what do you think the Lions 9, 10, 12, 13 is likely to be? So Connor Murray, Dan Bigger, and then maybe Owen Farrell, Robbie Henshaw making that count. So, Mike Preston, give me your thoughts on who you think is going to be your 9, 10, 12, and 13. But for me, I think it's going to be Connor Murray, Dan Bigger, Owen Farrell, and Robbie Henshaw. Then, Blake, you'll see after the match, Sharks will score more than 20 points plus. Wow. We'll have to wait and see. I'm a big Sharks supporter, but I just don't see this one going that way, unfortunately. But I might be wrong. Who knows? Yeah, Mike Preston said for the test. Yeah, so for the test, I think Connor Murray, Dan Bigger, Owen Farrell, and Robbie Henshaw. Archie Surford says banana boys. So let's quickly go and have a look at the forwards of the British and Irish Lions. We're almost about to start this game. So we've had a lot of talks about the Sharks so far. We've had a look at the backline of the Lions. Let's go and have a look at the forwards. So Marco Vunipola, Luke Cowan-Dickey, Xander Ferguson, Ian Henderson captaining the side, then Adam Beard, Josh Navidi, Tom Curry, and Sam Simmons. So what I see from this, the loose trio of Sam Simmons, Tom Curry, and Josh Navidi will try and neutralize the speed of Pepsi Buthelezi and James Venter. We all know that Tembelani Bowley is a strong ball carrier. So it's going to be interesting to see how this speedy loose trio of the Lions work today. I do feel that we will first and foremost see some of Sam Simmons today, which could be in for a starting berth maybe for the Lions, depending on how Faletau progressed during this course of the tour. Then Tom Curry, I think, is going to be a first-choice starter as well. So a lot can be seen from this side today. likes of Marco Vunipolo, Ian Henderson as well. Then Adam Beard comes in at number 5, who wasn't part of the initial squad, but because of the injury to Alwyn Jones, he is now in the side, and still no Irish lock forward in what's his name, James Ryan. So a bit of a surprise there again. Then going through the benches of the Sharks, Kieran van Vuuren, Nchuka Machuna, Vian Herbst, JJ van der Mesh, Renil Higu, Dylan Richardson, Grant Williams, and Anthony Folman. So I do feel that Kieran van Vuuren and Machuna, along with JJ van der Mesh and Dylan Richardson, could bring that little bit of spark to the back of forwards in the second half, with Grant Williams maybe just coming on and giving quick ball out to the Sharks, depending on how loose this game will turn out to be. Then quickly just going through the comment section again, Marcel Sillier says, in the history of British and Isles Sharks, there was 11 games and the British and Isles Lions won 10 out of 11 and 1 draw. History will be made if we win today. Then Achilles says the Sharks can win easily. Tie the Lions shoelace and run over the Sharks. I can guarantee you that. Just bribe Yaku Paper today, you say. So that's going to be quite interesting to see, because a lot of people say that he does favor the Sharks at times. Then Mike Preston says, yep, I think you're probably right, but I can't see the SA Enormous back row smashing into the Lions defense. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be really interesting to see how Peter Steph, Siya Kulisi, and hopefully Dwayne Vermeulen will bash it up into the back line of the Lions defense. Marcel Sillier says Sharks to win by 14 points, and then history will be made if any South African team beats them or even draw. So one history that I don't think you know, Achilles, is that the Bulls actually beat the Lions in 1997, I think it was, or was it in 2009? But I do know that the Bulls managed to beat the British and Isles Lions. Then Brent Berger says, hello, how's it going, Brent? Hope you're well. Let's quickly have a look at the bench quickly, because the Lions have now run onto the field. So we are about to start this game in just a bit. So the bench for the British and Isles Lions, guys, Ken Owens, Rory Sutherland, Datch Furlong, Datch Byrne, Jack Conan, Connor Murray, Stuart Hawke, and Chris Harris. So a very, very strong bench that they've put out. And I would guess that some of these guys could even start that game. The likes of Ken Owens, Datch Furlong, Datch Byrne, Connor Murray, Stuart Hawke, and then Chris Harris had a decent game against the Lions. So this is a very decent bench for the Lions today, as Pepsi Buthelezi has come onto the field for the Sharks now. So a big honourable moment for him leading out the Sharks side today. Marcel says that's true, but many years ago, Transvaal was the only team to beat the British and Isles Lions in 57 games that they played against South African teams. So there's another thing that I didn't even know. So, yeah. Achilles said, I forgot about that, Guru, but it will still be history. I mean, to actually beat them again. Absolutely. That will be remarkable. Like I said, my prediction for this game, I think the Sharks will give them a valiant first half, and then maybe in the second half, you'll see the Lions maybe break out and get to maybe a 20-point victory, give or take. But I really honestly hope that it isn't the case today. Logan has joined in saying, Sup, Guru, how's it going, man? So, yeah, we're about to start this game. It is going to be Kevin Bosch to get this game underway for us. So, let's get into this. Hope you guys enjoy this. I'm certainly looking forward to this as a Shark supporter. Let's get this game underway. So, Kevin Bosch with the kickoff. Deep kick in from him inside the 22 of the Lions. It is taken up beautifully by them very early on, and Connor Murray's got it. Now gives it out to Luke Cowan-Dickey, who works his way over the 22-meter line. Gareth Davis waiting for the ball to come out now, and he goes with a little box kick over the top. It looks like Ali Price, actually. It doesn't look like Gareth Davis at all. So Navidi has got this now, and here they come. So it looks like Ali Price is starting this game for the Lions. A totally different lineup, really, it looks like, because Owen Farrell is also starting this game for them. So Owen Farrell now taking this ball in for the British and Isles Lions. Connor Murray. Now it goes out to Tom Curry. Brought down Marco Vunipola. Still just outside of 22. Here they come. Ian Henderson out to Louis Rees-Zammit. Louis Rees-Zammit with a little chip ahead. Oh, beautifully collected by Manny Libbok on halfway. Brought down quickly though. Now Jaden Hendrickse with a little kick over the top. And he finds space in behind, but into the hands of Owen Farrell now. And Owen Farrell is going to kick this downfield. Not going to find touch into the hands of Kevin Bosch. On the 10-meter line, he goes to the air. And that is a not so great kick on halfway. Luckily for the Sharks. Oh, no, penalty against the Sharks now. Players in front of the kicker. And it's going to be a penalty to the Lions on a 10-meter line. Right, so there is a few changes to this lineup, guys. So Andrew Warren says, I'm a massive Sharks fan, but unfortunately I think the Lions team is too much without the box. I hope they fight till the end. And Greg Burton says 8 changes in the squad with the COVID context. So, yeah, Zander Nel is in again. Zander, you should just send me your number again, because the number I've got has got only 9 numbers. So just send me your number again. Right, so the lineup taken by Adam Beard, and a chance now for the Lions to set this up early on in this game. Will they strike first in this game? Luke Cowan-Dickey's got it to the back of the maul now, gives it out to Ali Price. Ali Price goes to Owen Farrell. Now here comes Ian Henderson again. Marco Vunipola supporting him 15 meters out. Owen Farrell straightening the line. Gives it out to Louis Rees-Zammit. And here comes Josh Adams. And Josh Adams opens the scoreboard for the British and Irish Lions. So that is a massive start for the Lions here. Stamping off their authority very, very early on here. And that's his 6th British and Irish Lions try. Scored 4 against the Lions last week. And now getting the first one for the Lions as well. Right, let me just see why I got that number wrong. 071-484-7229. So I didn't see the 7, or the 7 was missing. But it is the Lions who gets the first try on the board. And the Sharks will have to know their story going again. Janico Arden said that name again, Josh Adams. Damn, better luck next time, says Sam King. So, yeah, this is not going as planned in. Mike Preston says that's all going to plan in. Right, so luckily for me, I know all the British and Irish Lions players, so that 8 changes won't make a difference to the commentary today. Sagan says, anyone streaming on Discord? No, unfortunately not. Sharks need to score next. Right, so the restart taken by Kevin Bosch, beautifully collected by the Lions just outside their own 22, or just inside their 22. Now Ali Price with a box kick over the top, and he's not going to find, he's going to find touch. And it goes out on halfway, just inside the half of the British and Irish Lions. So brilliant kick there by Ali Price. And let's see what happens with this first line out for the Sharks. Faison Bata will have to know his story today. Sandanel, do you think the Sharks can win the game, Guru? I think the Lions is going to take it by 20 points today. So let's hope I'm wrong and the Sharks really do us good today. Aaron Andrews with a line, slap back, little bit of awkward ball there for Jaden Hendrickse, out to Vanderkok on the 10-meter line, held up in the tackle, and it looks like the Lions have stolen this. And here comes Marco Vunipola over the 10-meter line. The Lions go now. Ali Price waiting for it. Now Luke Cowan-Dickey out to Owen Farrell. Gives it out to Louis Rees-Zammit again into space. Long skip pass out to Duan van der Merwe. Runs over Manny Libbok. Taken down by Jaden Hendrickse and James Fenton. Now inside the 22 they go. Xander Ferguson taking it up for the British and Irish Lions, 15 meters out. Here they come again. Owen Farrell out to Sam Simmons. Brought down beautifully there by Timbalani Boli. Now Ali Price just outside the 22. Gives it out to Bundiaki. Good tackle on him, driving him backwards. Ali Price, Owen Farrell. Now Josh Adams again. Over the 22-meter line they go. Quick ball needed now. Tom Curry in possession for the Lions. Just inside the 22 of the Sharks now. Navidi back inside. It goes to Marco Vunipolo. Still in possession is the Lions now. Farrell trying to go on his own, tackle by Finta. Now Ali Price, Sam Simmons again. Long cut out pass to Duan van der Merwe on Takir Abrams, and he just easily runs past him and gets the try under the post. Poor defense from the Sharks. 12 points to 0. We've had 6 minutes in this game. And this is one of those things that you just... you don't want it to happen, but it is in the back of your mind. So the Lions off to an early good lead here, doing exactly the same that they did to the Golden Lions last weekend. So 14 points to 0 after just 7 minutes. And this is going to be really bad. Right, so quickly going through the comment section here, and everybody... disgusted with the Sharks' performance so far, and Zander says, I hope the Sharks can hold out. Sharks won't score at all, says Sam King. And then, do you think the Sharks can win? No problem, just a pleasure, says Zander Nell, for that donation. For those of you who missed it, made a 3,290 Rand donation today. Really greatly appreciated, man. Right, so restart from Kevin Bosch now. And here we go. Deep kicking again. Taken by Sam Simmons inside his own 22. Ali Price now got the ball at the back of the ruck here, and he's probably going to give this to Farrell or kick it himself. Let's see. S. Morgan asking who scored the second try for the Lions. It is Duan van der Merwe. And now Pepsi Putelesi in possession after that box kick over the top on the 10-meter line, inside Lions territory now. Jaden Hendricks have caught them offside. And advantage to the Sharks now. Timberlani Bolly tried to take it up for the Sharks, but not going too far with that one. Now Kwesi Mona. Sharks need support at the breakdown. They're not looking too good at the breakdown at the moment, and in defense, they look really, really bad at the moment. Right, so let's see if the Sharks, what are they going to do? This Hiron Andrews down at the moment for the Sharks, and surely they won't kick for goal here. I think Kevin Bosch have lined it up to go for goal there, and we'll have to wait and see because they are showing the replay at the moment. The Sharks are not going to kick for goal. They are going to go for touch here, and it's going to be Kevin Bosch from the 10-meter line inside the Lions half to put this in touch for the Sharks. So Hiron Andrews are leaving the field, and Renil Hiku is coming on. I think it's a HIA test that will be made today. So he will probably come back onto the field a little bit later. Bertie says, Guru, I heard the Bulls British Lions might be played in Cape Town on the 20th of July. So that is a big possibility then. And then Janiko says, Kevin must show why he pleaded to be in the Springbok squad. And Barry says, oh, things go bad for the Sharks very quickly. So hopefully they can strike back now. They've got a line out just inside the 22 of the Lions. And can the Sharks get a try here? Faisman Barter with the throw-in. Can they secure their line-out ball first and foremost? It is coming out to Renil Hiku. Sloppy again from the Sharks. And they have knocked this on. So it's going to be a scrum down to the Lions. Roundabout on the 22-meter line inside their own half. And this is just not good enough at the moment. Sandanel is JJ van der Mesh on there, so he is still on the bench. They opted to go with 2 locks on the bench today. And then Archie Silva says, I hope Farrell gets smashed today. And if it starts like this, when are we are in trouble. 101 point difference for the Lions. Sharks will hopefully come back. Then guys, smash that like button with your freaky to kill thumb, says Achilles. So let's go. 9 minutes, 2 tries. Scrum down to the Lions now, and it is going to be Ali Price to feed this to the scrum for the British and Irish Lions. Sharks not off to a great start here today. Already 14 points to 0. Tries by Josh Adams and Duan van der Merwe for the Lions very early on. The scrum goes down, so we will have a reset. A big ask from the Sharks back today. Kwesi Mona, Matuna, and Faisman Barter, not the biggest of guys Then we all know James Venter also not too big, and then Pepsi Buthelezi also don't carry too much weight on him. So a big ask at scrum time. Hopefully the technique is good, and we can out-scrum him at times today. Mike Preston says, why isn't the Sharks defense working as well as it could? Position, speed, coordination, poor tackling. Yeah, they're just bumping off the tackles at the moment, and that is a big problem. Right, so penalty to the Lions there, the scrum going down, and just as I mentioned, I think Wesimona and Machina is going to have a really hard day in the office today. Batty says, sad box Sharks got cancelled, and then it's one of those things. Let's see how this one is going to pan out. Tristan says, who do you think is going to win? So currently at 14 points to 0, it's not looking good for the Sharks. Line out on halfway now, chance here for the Sharks. They've got this from the line out, and Machina taking it up to the 10-meter line. Now Jaden Hendricks gives it out to Mona, to Pepsi Buthelezi. But the Sharks are going backwards very quickly. Is there an advantage to the Sharks? I think it's a knock-on advantage. Now Kevin Bosch out to Marius Lowe. Marius Lowe inside his own half. Now takes a little half break over halfway. He goes. Jaden Hendricks comes back for Pepsi Buthelezi now. Oh, big tackle here from Hamish Watson there. No, sorry, Tom Curry. So taken up here by Ruben van Heeren. Just over halfway now is the Lions, the Sharks at the moment. Jaden Hendricks back. It goes to Renil Ichu. Now Machuna. Machuna puts his head down just inside the half of the Lions now. Jaden Hendricks out to Timbalani Boli. He makes a couple of meters forward now for the Sharks. Back to Kevin Bosch. Goes to Jeremy Ward now. Morris Lowe caught on his own 10-meter line, but managed to drive it up to halfway again. Such a strong runner. Now it comes out to Renil Hichu on halfway. Brought down. Now Kevin Bosch again. Gives it out to Manny Lebok. Out to Vanna Kok. Vanna Kok goes over halfway. Still going. Is Vanna Kok. He's run over his defensive line. The pass inside is knocked on by Manny Lebok. Not the greatest of pass there. And now the Lions can counter-attack here. Elliot Daly with a kick downfield. Nobody at the back for the Sharks. And Morris Lowe needs to run back after this. And he's a little bit isolated as well. Caught by Duan van der Merwe and Elliot Daly. But gets it out to Takir Abrams, who knocks it on, or knocked on from the Lions. Still the Sharks can go. Between the 10 and halfway now. Penalty advantage coming the way of the Sharks. Offside by the Lions. But what a run from Vanna Kok there. Running straight over his opposition number there. Or I couldn't, no, not his opposition number, but definitely ran over one player there. The pass inside needed to be better to Manny Lebok. I don't think he actually noticed Manny Lebok on his inside. He did notice another player, and then Manny Lebok went for it and then just knocked it on. But then a great counter-attack from the Lions as well. And great work from Morris Lowe in defense there, taking two Lions defenders with him and getting the offload to Takir Abrams. Right, so the kick out on the 22-meter line, and the Sharks have another chance to attack now. Right, let's see what they can do with this one. Archie Surfbox asking, are the Boks going to be the underdogs for the test? We'll have to wait and see. I do think that the Lions are favourites to win this competition, this test series. So it's going to be quite interesting to see what happens in the end. So Fes Mbata with the throw into this lineup now, taken by Ruben van Heeren off the back. And here's a chance for the Sharks now. James Venter working his way over to 22 now. Jaden Hendricks out to Marius Lowe. Takes another two Lions defenders with him. And the Sharks now need to just settle down and work their way up. Ruben van Heeren trying to batch it up. Still inside the 22 now. Comes to Takir Abrams. Gives it out to Pepsi Buthelezi. Inside the 22 they go. 15 meters out. Jaden Hendricks out to Timbalani Bully. Smashes one Lions defender, but brought down quickly. Penalty advantage coming their way now. Manny Lebok tries to stab it through, but here comes a penalty for the Sharks now. Right in front of the post. Will Jaden Hendricks take this quickly? No, he won't. So chance for the Sharks to set this up and kick it into the corner 5 meters out from the try line. Right, so it's been quite interesting this last couple of minutes. The Sharks giving away 2 soft tries within 7 minutes through Josh Adams and Tuan van der Merwe. But since then, it's been a pretty even battle between the two sides so far. So hopefully the Sharks can get a few more going here. The vote's currently at 255, 260, 260, 70. We're going up to 300 now. But let's see what this maul can do, guys. Let's see. The Sharks have won the line out, and now they're going to try and set up a maul here. Kwesi Mona or Faison Barter with the ball at the back of this maul. Now Jaden Hendricks is going to have a little snipe, but just about 2 meters short of the try line now. Can the Sharks get in for the first try of the game? Oh, no, they won't get it because it's been stolen by Luke Cowan-Dickey for the Lions. They've got it now 5 meters out from their own try line. Ali Price just controlling that ball at the back of the ruck here for the Lions. So I don't know how the Sharks lost that, but the Lions do get a relieving kick up to the 10-meter line. And that's a great kick again from Ali Price. So Tom Curry, the guy who stole that ball on the ground for the Lions there. Great work from him. It was taken in by Jaden Hendricks, but just not enough support there that caused that ball to be turned over by the Lions. Right, let's see what's going to happen. Marcel says, I think if we had our 12th box that was called up to the box squad, I think we would have been a different game. Absolutely. I wish that they can in the future, if in 12 years' time, they do have the club teams have their Springboks ready for these kind of games. So the line-out has been overthrown by the Sharks, and the Lions got possession on the 10-meter line inside their own half. Ali Price out to Owen Farrell, goes to the hoist, and it is now chased by 3 Lions. Will Manilo get this? Yes, he will. And a good tackle from Reece Hammett. It's sloppy for the Sharks at the moment, and now Takir Abrams with possession for them. Tries to step Tom Curry, but he's got himself isolated in the process as well. But luckily, a penalty to the Sharks there. 5 meters out from their own 22. And Marius Lowe and Bundiaki having a scuffle there. Probably saying something he shouldn't have said, is Bundiaki. Right. Sweet asking why don't you show the game? So I'm not allowed to show the game, unfortunately, guys. I hope the commentary is good enough. Kevin Bosch kicks it downfield. And he is going to find touch roundabout on the 22-meter line inside Lions territory. So a great opportunity now for the Sharks to go on the attack again. This back three of the Lions, Louis Reece Hammett, Josh Adams, and Tuan van der Merwe looking really dangerous so far. But the Lions disciplining themselves down a bit so far in this opening 18.5 minutes. Sharks take the line out now. Ruben van Heerden out to Jaden Hendricks and to Marius Lowe, straightening the line over the 22. He goes, but he knocks the ball on. And now there's a counter-attack opportunity here for the Lions in the hands of Tuan van der Merwe. Good tackle from Takir Abrams, but he gets the pass away to Josh Adams. Over the 22 they go. Now Elliot Daly is broken free. Will anybody catch him? It is Van der Kok who gets him. 5 meters out from the 22 now. Penalty advantage coming the way of the Lions now. Price. Out it goes to Adam Beard. To Tom Curry, offloads to Bundiaki. Bundiaki up to the 22-meter line. He goes. Trouble here for the Sharks. And just so quickly things change. Ferguson, Curry out to Luke Cowan-Dickey. Gets it out to Sam Simmons. But unfortunately into touch. And fortunately for the Lions, there is a penalty coming their way. So Van der Kok, who made the tackle, went off his feet and gave away the penalty. Probably not too bad. Considering that Elliot Daly was on his way to the try line. It was first of all Kevin Bosch that ran him in, got hold of him but couldn't hold on to him, and then Van der Kok came in with a massive tackle on Elliot Daly. But just unfortunately off his feet, gives away the penalty, and now a chance here for the Lions again. So yeah, things are getting really, really hard here for the Sharks at the moment. And it is going to be a yellow card to Van der Kok for that. Wow, that's a big call from Jakob Paper. Just explaining to Van der Kok there. And there he goes. Yellow card for a professional foul. deemed that the try would have been scored if Van der Kok didn't infringe there. So sad to see a Shark player go to the bin, but probably the right call in the end. But whether there would have been a try scored from it, I'm not so sure. But yeah, little errors from the Sharks, just not able to control it at vital times. And then this Lions counter-attack, absolutely fantastic at the moment. Right, Eric Davison says the commentary is class, as are your comments. Thank you so much, Eric, for that as well. Really appreciate it. St. John also says commentary is awesome. So as long as you guys enjoyed, then I'm happy. Right, so the Lions, after 20 minutes, set up a line out, 5 meters out from the Sharks' try line, and the scoreline could get even bigger now. Sharks with a yellow card at the moment, and we'll have to see how this pans out. Taken in by Ian Henderson, and the Lions go on a maul. This is going sideways at the moment for them. Now it turns and going forward. They should just work their way over the try line here. No problem for that. Over the try line they go. But yeah, a try has been scored by Luke Cowan-Dickey. And that's another try to the Lions. We'll have to wait and see whether the try will be awarded. They will go up to the TMO to see whether there was not a little knock on down the line. But it does look like the Lions have scored their third try of the game. Rosalind Blow asks, how do I take my vote back? I don't know. Maybe if you just click and change it to no, then it will work. But we've had 327 votes, guys, and 58% says no, the Sharks cannot beat the Lions. And thus far, it truly doesn't look like it. The Sharks are getting blown away in this opening 20 minutes of the game. So let's just see if the try has been scored or not. Look, Cowan-Dickey, there he's got control of the ball, needs to place it down. No try. That is not a try. And a knock on from Luke Cowan-Dickey. So I think the Sharks have survived a hard onslaught there. Right, so Sharks have times, good times and bad times, but when they do play bad, they do play really bad. So after 20 minutes, it's still 14-0, and the try should not be awarded. There was a little knock on from Luke Cowan-Dickey there. So, yeah. Gilly says, Rosin, click on the 2 dots on the votes and see if you can change your vote there. Yeah, so I'm not sure how you do change your vote. But, yeah, the Sharks will win as there is still 60 minutes left, says Terry Patton. Not the way they're playing at the moment. Although they're not playing terribly, it's just that little handling errors at the moment and that superb counter-attack ability of this Lions side so far, which are really killing the Sharks at the moment. Right, scrum feed for Jaden Hendrickson now, and an opportunity for the Sharks to get out of their own 22 here. Can we get a good scrum in and secure that ball and clear the ball? Because that is the only way we will be able to get away here. Right, so scrum down 5 meters out from their own try line is the Sharks at the moment. And a big scrum needed from the stack of forwards of the Sharks. They already give away 1 penalty so far as well. Right, so Jaden Hendrickson to feed this one for us. Let's see what's going to happen. Barry says, I don't think you can take the vote back, unfortunately. Oh, big scrum goes down, and the Sharks have managed to win a penalty. Matuna clapping Marco Vunibola on the back there, just stirring a little bit of a argy-bargy there. No need for that at all. But he just gave him a pat on the back, saying, I've got you this time. So, yeah, penalty to the Sharks, 5 meters out from their own try line, and a chance to clear this. So, yeah, it's only 14 points, guys. If we can get a try, we'll be right back in this. So, don't write the Sharks off just yet. As a big Shark supporter, I have to believe in my team. But at the moment, the Lions are playing absolutely fantastic rugby, brilliant on the counter-attack, and really going over the advantage line whenever they've got the ball. So I think we should starve them of possession. We do have some big forwards like Timberlani Bolly who can take it up for us, but and Ruben van Heerden maybe, but we'll have to really look at Marius Lowe in that midfield because he is gaining a lot of ground every time he touches the ball. FC Buthelezi gets the line out for the Sharks on halfway. A little delay in the pass from Kevin Bosch has now been turned over by the Lions here, and a little knock-on advantage to the Lions on the 10-meter line now. Too many mistakes from the Sharks so far. Ali Price, out it goes to Owen Farrell, puts it to the boot. The chase here from Louis Rees-Zammit is good. He just couldn't hold on to the ball, or did he? No, he did knock it on, and a penalty to the Sharks. Not releasing on the ground is Louis Rees-Zammit, and he gives away an easy, soft penalty to the Sharks there. Did great work initially to get hold of that ball. Just a little knock-on from in that carry, and then didn't release the ball. So, yeah, another chance here for the Sharks. They really need to sort out those little areas at the moment because it is going to cost them big time if they don't control this one. Right, the kick downfield from Kevin Bosch is going to find touch, roundabout on halfway. So the Sharks with another attack on the 10-meter line, on the halfway line. Right, let's see if the Sharks can do anything from here. Marcel Celia says Sharks can still do it. It's just a bad start. They were still finding their momentum. So a lot of confidence there. So let's see what happens. Weston Barter out to Reniel Hichut, Jaden Hendrikse out to Kevin Bosch. Tembelani Bolly bashes his way up through the middle, going in a little bit too high. The Lions are trying to disrupt him, trying to hold him up, which they successfully do there. And it's going to be a scrum down on halfway for the British and Irish Lions. So, yeah, that carry bash up from Tembelani works in the Currie Cup, but he is not doing so well today against the Lions. The Lions really just managing to hold him up in defense. So great work from Navidi and Owen Farrell on that occasion. Matthew Berger says, just locked in. Can you tell us a bit about what's happening with the Lions Lucy's interesting selection? So info would be great. Cheers from the Bermuda camp. So basically, Matthew, what has been going on with the loose forwards of the Lions? They've been really good at the breakdown. They're disrupting the Sharks at ruck time. They're having a good few runs. Sam Simmons have had a really good start to this game. Likes of Nabidi is doing brilliantly in defense. Tom Curry is disrupting the rucks at times, and they're all just moving forward valiantly. So great performance from the so far from the Lions. Another scrum goes down, so big battle at scrum time. Both teams already giving away one penalty each. So I'm guessing that is where the battle lies today. But must say the Lions brilliant in defense, great on the counter-attack, and this could easily be close to a starting lineup for this Lions side as well. Matt Havoc says Sharks not going to win. Kitty says we don't expect them to win, we just expect them to do their best, which is true. My prediction said if we can keep the Lions under 20 points today, that will be good enough for me. Eric Davison says rugby wins. Think of each Sharkling, the experience, sharing tales and telling their box everything they can remember exactly. So the scrum now finally won by the Lions, and only Price now for Errol with a little dab through. Plenty of space on the outside, and it looks like Duan van der Merwe is going to have a run-in for his third try, or for the second try of this game for him, and the third one for the British and Irish Lions. The Sharks caught off guard there. Nobody at the back. Manny Lebok out of position. The little stab through from Owen Farrell, and what a run from Duan van der Merwe. I didn't know that this guy has this much gas. So let's have another look at that replay. Little dab through from Owen Farrell. Manny Lebok got charged to the back, and then Duan van der Merwe just completely outsprinted Manny Lebok, who probably is not as fast as the rest of the backline, known that he is only a fly-off at best at times. So, yeah, great try for Duan van der Merwe and the British and Irish Lions there. Great try in the corner, and he gets his second try of the game. Yeah, this is not going too well for the Sharks, I'm afraid. After 28 minutes, it is 19-0, and the conversion coming here from Owen Farrell now. Liam says it's up to the Bulls now. So, yeah, if that game is going to take place, let's hope it does take place, because I would love to see a Bulls victory over the Lions. Mike Preston says that Lions back row is basically 3 times number 7s. Does the speed of the game indicate the way that the Lions will play the test? I wonder. What do you think? So a lot has been said about the Lions are looking to play in. And I do believe that the likes of Tom Curry, Sam Simmons, and Josh Navidi could be those guys for the loose trio. Obviously, we know there's the likes of Faletau that still have to come in. Hamish Watson. I think Hamish Watson could have the same kind of effect that Heinrich Rousseau had in 2009. So I'm a little bit worried as to how Hamish Watson will fare. But definitely a lot of pace. And hopefully Dwayne Vermeulen, Khaleesi, and Testoué will be able to keep them intact. So another poor error from the Sharks from the restart, as that ball goes directly into touch. So it is going to be a scrum down to the Lions on halfway. We've had 29 minutes in this game. There's still about a minute left on Vanner Cox's yellow card as well. So, yeah, bad mistake from Kevin Bosch again. Achilles says, I hope Mapu and Combrink makes a difference for the Bulls side. They really got some really good players there. Lionel Mapu, Combrink, Johan Goosen, Harold Foster, the likes of, there's so many good players in that Bulls side that could really give them a go. Prince Banner says, really don't like the yellow cards the ref gave. And then with Johan Goosen in the squad for the Bulls, now we will have much better than we only have had Smith. Right, the scrum down from the Lions and a penalty to the Sharks. More pressure there on again on Marco Vunipolo, giving away the penalty. So Machina is having an absolutely monstrous scrumming display here at this game. And Marco Vunipolo, a lot of people said that he wasn't warranting a place in this Lions side, and maybe Machina is showing the reason why today. Right, the kick downfield from Kevin Bosch is going to find touch about 15 meters out from the try line. So big opportunity now for the Sharks. They must score if they want to stay in this game. Roslyn Blas says, Guru, did I miss a comment from you, Roslyn? Right, Mike Preston, we'll get to your comment in a bit. The Sharks have taken this up inside. The line out has been taken beautifully, and now the maul comes from the Sharks. Not really going forward at all. And now Jaden Hendricks out to Marius Lowe. He's going to try and bash it up for them. Still about 10 meters out from the try line. Jaden Hendricks gets it back now. Oh, Machuna absolutely hammered in a tackle by Luke Cowan-Dickey there. Now it comes back to Pepsi Buthelezi. The Sharks have lost a bit of ground now. Jaden Hendricks out to face Mbata again. On the 22-meter line now, Tembelani Boli. Good defense from the Lions, not allowing any tries in at the moment. Now Jaden Hendricks out to Ruben van Heeren. The Sharks are just getting driven back at the moment. Now comes out Kevin Bosch. Switches inside to Morris Lowe. Knocks it on. And here comes the Lions again. Ali Price with a kick over the top. And nobody at the back for the Sharks. But that ball, just beautifully kicked by Ali Price. And it's going to find touch 10 meters out from the Sharks try line. But I do think that we might be coming back for a penalty against Luke Cowan-Dickey, as he did perform what we call these days a grass cutter tackle. So will Jaco Paper have a look at that or not? No, in fact, he's not going to have a look at it. So it will be a line out to the Sharks, 10 meters out from their own try line. Fesenbata with a throw into this lineup. Right, Reniel Higu got it for the Sharks at the back now. Jaden Hendricks out it goes to Tembelani Boli. Oh, massive tackle again, this time from Josh Navidi on Tembelani Boli. Jaden Hendricks waiting for it. Comes back to Kevin Bosch. And he puts it to the boot. And he will find touch about between the 22 and the 10-meter line inside the Sharks territory. Yeah, Brandon Friedman says, just stumbled upon this solid pro commentary. Thank you, Brandon, for that comment as well. Right, the line taken here by the Lions now. Ali Price, out it goes to Buniaki. Owen Farrell, out it goes to Sam Simmons, 5 meters out from the 22. Comes back again, Duan van der Merwe. Good tackle on him from Jeremy Ward this time round. And comes back to the Lions again. Navidi knocks it on, surely. Referee, I haven't seen it. Then play on, says the referee. Tom Curry up to the 10-meter line. Now he tries to run over Jaden Hendrickson. Gets the pass. Back inside to Cowan-Dickey. Back to Ollie Price. Knocks it on, unfortunately. And now the Sharks in counter-attack here. Pepsi Buthelezi, 10 meters from his own try line. James Venter, Faison Barter, out to Vanna Kok. And he puts it to the boot. Not going to find touch. Into the hands of Duan van der Merwe. Now out to Josh Adams. Josh Adams with a loop pass out to Louis Rees-Zammit. Into space he goes. But a forward pass there called by Yaku Paper. And we're going back to halfway for a forward pass there. Great stuff here. Matt Havoc says you should be an official SA commentator. Well, that's really a good compliment, guys. Really appreciate it. Right. Let's see. Josh Adams not happy about that one. But in fact, it was definitely a forward pass. So scrum down to the Sharks. Right between the 10 and the halfway line. Can the Sharks get something out of this? We've got 5 minutes left in this first half. It's 19-0. And I guess the Sharks have let themselves down in this first half a bit with some really poor defense and some really stupid errors from their side. Right, Jaden Hendrickson feeds that scrum. After the back to Kevin Bosch is going to kick it forward, trying to find space in behind of the Lions and does so really well. Louis Rees-Zammit in a little bit of trouble, but he is going to kick this away. Not going to find touch as well into the hands of Kevin Bosch. Bosch inside his own 22. Is he going to run this? Yes, he is. Out it goes to Manny Libbok. Libbok with space out to Takir Abrams. Steps inside. 2 defenders beaten. Still going is Takir Abrams. Up to the 22-meter line he goes. Now needs support. Jaden Hendrickson. Marius Slow. Straightens the line. No, gives it out to Pepsi Buthelezi, who unfortunately knocks it on. So it's going to be another scrum down to the Lions just inside their own 22. And if Pepsi Buthelezi got that ball, he would have been away. But what stepping from Takir Abrams there, beating 2 free, 4 defenders before Duan van der Merwe managed to bring him down. That is great stuff from the youngster. And then Marius Lowe draw in the 2 defenders, tried the miracle offload, and Pepsi Buthelezi, unfortunately, not able to hang on to that. Would have been try under the post for Pepsi Buthelezi. Bad mistake there from the captain of the Sharks. Just that handling errors really causing a lot of problems at the moment. Right, Roslyn very unhappy with the Sharks at the moment. Marius Lowe has stayed down, so yeah. Graham Knox says, can't believe I found this. So glad that you guys are enjoying this at the moment. I really love doing this. So yeah, it's one of those things at the moment. The Sharks have had enough opportunities today, and just those little errors keeping them out at the moment. The British and Irish Lions on fire in that opening 7 minutes. Tries by Josh Adams and Duan van der Merwe in the opening 7 minutes. Really took a blow out of the Sharks. And then a try by Duan van der Merwe as well. Just giving them this 19-point lead. Marius Lowe is going to walk off the injury, so he doesn't want to leave the field, staying on. Right, 4 minutes to go in this first half. Prince Banda says, never seen Cock kick a ball, which is true. I've never seen him kick a ball. This is probably the first time that he's ever kicked it. And then SA Boy says this whole game is unfair. Well, it is unfair because we don't have 12 of our Springboks, but they're doing a great, valiant effort here. And I did say if we can keep them below 20 points today, in victory, of course, that is, then it would probably be mission accomplished for the Sharks. Matt Havoc is asking, how will the SAA team do? That is going to be a game on its own, because that is going to be big. I'm really looking forward to see what the SAA team can pull off, and that's going to be a big one. Right, scrum down to the Lions now on their own 22. Penalty advantage coming their way. They get the penalty, so basically both teams now 2-on-2, 2 penalties each at scrum time, and they're really having a go at each other from that scrum. Each time there's a penalty won, both teams are looking to give a little bit of word to the other team, and a great challenge between the two packs at the moment. The kick from Elliot Daly is going to find touch on the 10-meter line inside Sharks half, and a chance here before halftime, maybe for the Lions to get a try. Tristan, when last did the Boks defeat the All Blacks in South Africa? It's been a while, actually. So hopefully we can get one over them in the future. Right, Ali Price, out it goes to Owen Farrell. Now Sam Simmons is going to have a break. And what a run from Sam Simmons. Steps. Still going as Sam Simmons up to the 22-meter line. Now the Lions need to get this back. Ali Price. Out it goes to Ferguson. Over the 22-meter line they go now. Price to Farrell. A little cross kick from him. Zammit going after it, but Jaden Hendricks has done well as that ball runs into touch. And I think it is going to be a Lions ball, unfortunately, from there. We have 2 minutes to go in this first half. Lulu Head says, brilliant commentary. Thank you again, Lulu, for that as well. So let's see whose lineup this is going to be. It is actually going to be a Sharks lineup. So hopefully they will survive this Lions onslaught just before halftime. So Faison Barter is going to throw this ball in for the Sharks. 2 minutes to go in this first half. Right, so a lot of infighting at the comment section at the moment between the Boks and the All Blacks, guys. Great to see a little scuffle in the comment section as well. But it's going to be a big ask from the Boks to beat the All Blacks later on this year in New Zealand. I'm really looking forward to see how we will fare in the Rugby Championship. But here we come. It's actually Lions ball after a big argument there from them. They finally got the ball, and now they form them all just 5 meters out from the Sharks try line. Can they get another try here before halftime is the Lions? Bundiaki and Owen Farrell's gone in as well. Now look, Cowan Dickey nearly up to the 5 meter line, and Bundiaki is going to easily go in for the British and Irish Lions' 4th try of this game. Just pick and go from the Lions. Sheer brute power from them. And those big ball carriers just get over there. Bundiaki gets his try. And the Sharks are going to go down at halftime by possibly 26 points. So, yeah, a lot of stuff is coming up here for the Sharks. A big team talk needed at halftime. They've not been out of this game, really. To be quite honest, they played good at times, but handling errors and poor defense and some great play from the Lions have really, really destroyed the Sharks here today. Right. Adman Basalan says, I'm an ex-pro rugby player. SA Rugby was never ready for the Lions. Springbok should have released players to the unions for more game time. The Boks need more game time. Exactly, Herman. Just my thought exactly. Because now, even with this game now cancelled, I really, really would have hoped. But I think it's because of the bubble thing. So, yeah, they have to be in a bubble for a while, and then they have to stay in isolation, basically. Well, it didn't help them at all for this test against Georgia. So, yeah, at the end of the day, it would have maybe made sense to release the players to play for their clubs. And this would have been a big game if the Sharks had their Springboks. But that's all in the past now. It is the Lions 24 with the conversion. Makes it 26 points to 0 at halftime. And the Sharks have got their work cut out here in the second half. It's going to be massive. 26 points 0 down. It's going to be a really, really, really big ask from the Sharks. But, yeah, We'll try and bring the score down as much as possible. But 4 tries to 0, 26-0 at halftime, and things are not looking that great for them at the moment. I'm going to take a quick break, guys, as I usually do, fill up the lungs. Unfortunately, not filling up the glass today because we are in lockdown level 4, not allowed to buy any booze. So I will just have to go and fill up my lungs. But I will be back in a very short while. It has not gone our way as we planned it to go. The Sharks have got 0. The Lions have got 26. So, yeah, expect a big second half from the Sharks to maybe get the score down a little bit. But I will see you guys in just a short bit. So don't go anywhere. All right, we are back for the second half, guys. I just took a really quick break. I don't want to miss out too much on it. So, going through the comment section real quickly, let's have a look at some of the comments from the fans so far. Let's see. Stefan Engelbrecht said, "Can't wait for the Springboks versus Lions. It is going to still be happening, hopefully. And with all these cases at the moment, the series are in serious doubt at the moment." Right. Tracy Harrington says, "Oh, they had no booze. You should afford a head." Great commentary, though. Thank you. Yeah, so I didn't expect him to close down the booze at all, guys. So it is what it is. Andre Ludic says, Peter said the 2 play of the year were all the All Blacks. And then Achilles says, hit that like button and subscribe, guys. So show your support. The more the merrier at the moment. Mike Preston says, for a lad with no booze, his eyes still look like he's had 8 punts. No, come on, Mike. Like Achilles just said, Mike, he's a very busy man. So it is from watching the screen all the time. So, yeah, Barry says, no, Sharks are losing 26-0 so far. And it is what it is. I mean, the Sharks have had plenty of opportunities in this first half. Errors-ridden game from them. They've had knock-ons that has been pretty bad. It led to counterattacks from the Lions, and they've been really good. So give credit where it's due. The Lions have looked absolutely phenomenal. We are going to have a quick look through the teams just to say how everybody's been doing. Manny Libbok to start off for the Sharks have been playing out of position at fullback. He's been caught out a couple of times by Owen Farrell. One try led to that as well. Duan van der Merwe getting the 3rd try of the Lions through Manny Libbok being out of position. He's been put under pressure when the high kicks have been made. Vanna Kok has been pretty solid to say the least of his performance. He's looked good when he had a run. He's had a first kick in a while. And he's also got himself a yellow card, unfortunately, after trying to save a try, which certainly would have been a try if Elliot Daly had broken free. So give him credit for that as well. Jeremy Ward has been quiet. Marius Lowe, he's been bashing it up for the Sharks all evening. He's made a couple of good meters down the line, but handling errors has been his biggest concern so far. Just need to stop trying to make those miracle offloads and just need to settle it down a little bit. His hands are letting him down at the moment. Then Takir Abrams, what a game he's had so far. Defensively, not as sound. I must say, Duan van der Merwe has had a couple on him already, but attacking-wise, Takir Abrams really been good so far, and I can't wait to see what this guy will do in the future if he just bulk up a little bit more, like maybe Cheslin Colby has done. Then Kevin Bosch, I don't really want to comment too much on. He's getting his backline away very slowly at times, and he has put the team under pressure with his passing game so far in this first half. We're seeing a lot less kicking from him, but that's because the Sharks don't have as much possession as they always do. So, yeah, it's a little bit worrying for Kevin Bosch and the Sharks. Jaden Hendricks, not as sound as always. He's been put under pressure from the Lions, really counter-rucking them at all times, really putting the pressure on Jaden Hendricks, and he's probably done not too bad under pressure today. So, yeah, expecting a big second half from him. The forwards have been really lively. Kwesi Mona, Fez Mbata, and Machuna has really impressed me in that front row, having a battle with the Lions at all times, really giving away 2 penalties and then also getting 2 penalties. So it's very even at the moment between the pack of forwards. Then Ruben van Heerden has been solid. He's taken up a few balls, but the defense of the Lions have been brilliant, driving them backwards most of the time. Then Hiron Andrews left the field very early on. I'm not sure what the injury was, but Reniel Hichu has come on for him. He hasn't done too bad, but he hasn't done anything brilliant. Then James Venter, very quiet for his standard. He's had no effect at the ruck time. The Lions have been securing their balls left and right, and also counter-rucking the Sharks at most times. So no impact from James Venter. Timberlani Boli has tried hard, but it's not working for him today. I think maybe one critic that I have of him is that he goes in too high and tends to be held up in the tackle by the Lions. So they've done a brilliant job at neutralizing Timberlani Boli's runs. His carries have not been as effective as always. And it's been all Lions in his first half. Pepsi Buthelezi is having a game that you probably would want to forget. One handling error that could have led to a try to the Sharks. And then he's just not really having that massive effect. But he is probably sound at the breakdown so far. Before we go ahead, let's have another look at some of the comments that has come through here. Shami98 says, good commentary, greetings from Ireland, thank you so much. And then Matt Havoc says, I hope SA teams do better. And then also Achilles, what happened to Bosch? About a few years ago, Sharks fans hyped over him, and Bosch was this good and that good. What happened? So I did mention it last week, I think it was Achilles. There was a time when Robert de Preer was the head coach of the Sharks, and Kevin Bosch wanted to play fly-half instead of fullback. And I think a lot of Kevin Bosch brilliance came off the fullback position. But because he's been stubborn and wanting to play fly-half and make it his own, he had a scuffle with Robert de Preer, who picked Robert Jr. over him, and he even threatened to leave the Union at the time when Robert de Preer was still the coach. So under Sean Everett, he's been given the freedom to play fly-half. He's had a few good games there, but then came the Currie Cup final last year, and he just exploded. Lost all that confidence, and since then, Kevin Bosch haven't been the same player. Then Calvin Lionel van Wyk says, I just hope that the Springbok can produce a better game than the British and Irish Lions. The way Sharks played is very similar way of how all the other South African teams play, including the Springboks. So, yeah, apart from all those handling errors, the Sharks haven't been that bad, to be quite honest. Sharks are happy to get a penalty from a scrum, but the scoreboard shows 0 at the moment. So just that little errors really creeping in. And, unfortunately, it is what it is. The Sharks could have maybe scored 1 or 2 tries themselves, and the scoreboard would have looked a lot different as it is on halftime. Matt Havoc says, if the Sharks can get 4 converted tries, they should be good. Well, that is going to be a big, big, tough ask. Achilles says, okay, Guru, thanks for your explanation. No problem. I've been following this Kevin Bosch situation for a while now. Like I said, I am mutual friends with his brothers, so I haven't yet to be able to get into contact with Kevin as he's not responding to my messages, but I have his brother as a mutual friend. So had a few drinks with his brother some time back, tried to organize a meeting or interview with him, but just hasn't been able to do so. Then Zander Nell, so you will get 3,000 it is. I'm not sure, Zander. We'll have to wait and see how that goes, because I will know in about a day or two how much I would get, but you are safe. I'm a man of my word. You will get your 1,000 rand back regardless. Then Tracy Harrington says, Lions winning and Ireland beat Japan. Brilliant midweek boost, says Tracy. Then Achilles says, we all should donate to the Guru. Then he can buy an online subscription and show us the game if possible. I don't think it will be possible, Achilles. Those rights to the actual footage is massive. So I don't think we will be able to get that. Then Zander Nell says, YouTube only take 5% Guru, which is not true, Zander. But I will show you in detail. I will have a chat after this game, or hopefully, no, not tonight. We'll have a chat tomorrow. Right, so second half is about to start, guys. It is going to be the Lions to get the second half underway, and it's going to be Owen Farrell to get this ahead for us. It's just Yaku Paper who's holding us up with his mic at the moment. Right, we're about to get the second half underway. So just waiting on, like I said, on Yaku Paper here. Right, Zander says, can we have a chat tonight, please? Okay, so we will have a chat just after this. Matt Havoc asking, is Matthew Pearce commentating? I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure whether he is the commentary for the Supersport channel. Right, so here we go for the second half. It is going to be Owen Farrell to get us underway. Here we go. It is a nice little kick in, knocked on by the Lions there, and it's going to be a scrum down early on in the second half to the Sharks. The Lions doing really well to secure or try to secure that ball from the restart. And, just not working out the way they planned it to go. Right, so 40 minutes to go, guys, and let's hope the Sharks can get a try or two from this game. Let's hope it's not going to be a whitewash from the Lions today. If we can keep the score below 50 and maybe get a try 2 or 3 from ourselves, it will be pretty decent. Right, scrum feet now to Jaden Hendrickson for the Sharks. Roundabout between the 10-meter line and the 22 of the Sharks. Penalty advantage coming the way of the Sharks again. Now Pepsi Buthelezi out to Jaden Hendrickson, Kevin Bosch to Manny Lebok, out to Jeremy Ward, brought down quickly by Elliot Daly. And we are going back for that penalty as the Sharks really not going anywhere with that ball. Right, penalty between the 10 and the 22 for the Sharks now. And Kevin Bosch is going to kick downfield for them. Right, so let's see what's going to happen with this one. Matt Hatt says, Owen Farrell is one of the dirtiest players. Remember what he did to Esteros, and I won't forget that. And I still believe that that should have been a yellow card as well. And a penalty on halfway, and we would have won that game. Right, the kick goes out from Kevin Bosch and finds touch on the 22-meter line. So the Sharks with the first attacking opportunity in the second half. Can we get some points onto the board here for the Sharks? Right, lineouts. Oh, it's been overthrown. And Marco Vunipolo gets away with it for the Lions. Up to the 10-meter line they go. Ali Price waiting for it to come back. Gives it out to Owen Farrell, who kicks it downfield and finds a bit of space as well. But now it's back into the hands of the Sharks now. And Manny Lebok, just outside his own 22, is going to go with the up and under. Takir Abrams chasing it down. Oh, great tackle on Ali Price there. Driving the Lions back just for a second. But Owen Farrell gets it back and puts it to the boot. Into space. No Manny Lebok at the back. And under pressure, the Sharks again. 5 meters out from his own try line. Trying to run out of trouble here. Does well on the account. Now Vandercock. Vandercock is going to try and straighten the line up to the 22. Still going is Vandercock. Tackle there by Josh Navidi. Right on the 22-meter line now. Jaden Hendrickson. Out it goes to Kevin Bosch. Puts a little kick over the top. Chase here by Marius Lowe. Who's going to get it now? It's a penalty to the Lions. Interference there from Marius Lowe on Owen Farrell. And he gives away the penalty. So that is also one thing that he hasn't learned to really keep under control is Marius Lowe's discipline at times. So, yeah, Owen Farrell's going to kick this to the corner now for the Lions and set up yet another lineup 5 meters out from the try line. Just not good enough from Marius Lowe on that account. Really needs to work on his discipline. Marcel Celia says, at least we have 40 minutes to do something. Hopefully they will drink their magic potion and come back with a bang. So it did look like it for a second, but now we find ourselves back in 10 meters out from our try line. Look how Dickey now finds Adam Beard at the back. Gives it out to Marco Vunipolo. A set play move doesn't work out. Ali Price collects it at the back after a loose ball spilled for the Lions. They're about 15 meters out from the try line now. Navidi. Out it goes to Luke Cowan Dickey. Gets the ball back to Navidi. Now comes out to Ian Henderson. He's been really quiet in this game, just securing those lineouts. It's all he's been doing all day. And now here comes Luke Cowan Dickey again, still 15 meters out from the try line. They're going backwards just a little bit. Now Farrell, out it goes to Elliot Daly, caught on the 22-meter line. Comes back for Ali Price now. Marco Vunipolo, back to Owen Farrell. Now Ferguson. Oh, there's obstruction here from the Lions and a penalty to the Sharks. So good defense there from the Sharks. just keeping the Lions out. But it was really the set play move that took them a little bit behind. There's the Lions. Rudy Reese asked, how good is Van der Kok? Well, I would say he's a pretty, well, I don't want to say average player, but for me personally, on a personal level, he's just not been that good in the 15-man code. He was good when he was at the Western Province, but since then, he's just not really took it the next level that we expected from him. But he's had a pretty solid game so far, I must say. Out of all the backline players, he's one of the standout players in the side today. Matt Havoc says Sharks should get an opportunity to go for the post. Yeah, just to get points on the board maybe. Line out to the Sharks now on the 10-meter line inside Lions territory. Vian Herps as well as Matuna now comes onto the field for the Sharks. Andre Warren says we need a better fly-off. Yeah, definitely. And, well, I know this might be a bit controversial, but I don't think that Sean Everett is the man to really carry the Sharks to higher honors. I do believe that we need a better fly-off and a better coach for that matter. Sean Everett can stay in the youth department as he has done for many years at the Sharks. The line are taken by Reniel Hengo on the 10-meter line now, and the Sharks finally getting some momentum going. Now Jaden Hendricks out to Kevin Bosch. Kicks it, charts down by the Lions, but luckily comes back to Marius Lowe, roundabout on the 10-meter line. Stolen on the ground by Bundiaki for the Lions. And now they've got possession on the 10-meter line inside their own half. Owen Farrell throws a dummy, then decides to kick it downfield. This time, Libbok is at the back now. And is he going to run this? Gives it out to Van der Kok. Van der Kok is going to straighten the line, bashes it up to the 10-meter line for the Sharks now. Jaden Hendricks out to Pepsi Buthelezi. Right in the middle of the field on the 10-meter line. Here comes Tembelani Bolly, driven back in a tackle by Navidi there. And it comes back to Bosch on the back foot. He puts it to the boot again. And that's not going to find touch into the hands of Duan van der Merwe on the 22-meter line. Now Owen Farrell, he's going to put it straight down the middle and into the hands of Manny Libbok on his 22. Here they come. Up to the 10-meter line goes Manny Libbok, straightening the line. Up to halfway he goes. A little bit isolated though, but the Sharks get it back. No, they don't. It's a penalty to the Lions on halfway. Holding on the ground is Manny Libbok. And like I said before, this Lions side is just killing us at ruck time as well. Great work from Tom Curry, Josh Navidi, and Sam Simmons so far for them. James Parker says, I'm biased, but I still think it should be Sam Underhill, Tom Curry, and Sam Simmons. So the fact that Sam Underhill didn't make it in his Lions squad was very surprising for me as well, James. So I totally agree with you there. Andrew Warren, all our Springboks are not playing. You watching a weak Shark team, gents. Barry says, let's not curse it. Support Sharks no matter what. That's how Shark supporters should be. Absolutely. Agreed upon. Right, so it's going to be a Lions line out about 10 meters out from the try line again. Lukau and Dickey out. It goes to Tom Curry off the back. Now Ali Price gives it out to Bundiaki. 5 meters out from the try line now is Bundiaki. Ali Price again. No, knock on here from Tom Curry. Picked up by Marius Lowe now. 10 meters out from the Sharks try line. The Sharks have got possession now. Jaden Hendricks is waiting for that ball to come out. And he gives it out to Kevin Bosch. Charge down again from the Lions. Van der Kok has got it for the Sharks though. Gives it back to James Fenter, who's going to have a little run here. About 15 meters out from the try line now is the Sharks. Kevin Bosch not quick enough with his kicks at the moment. Now he finally gets the kick away and not going to find touch on the 10-meter line. It is the Lions now with the counter-attack. It is going to be Josh Adams to have a run here up to the 10-meter line inside Sharks half now. They need a scrum off. Marco Vunipola is there. Price comes in now. Here they come again. It is Sam Simmons now. Straightening the line over the 10-meter line for the Lions. 5 meters out from the left-hand touch line. Big counter ruck here from Van der Kok. And here they come. Marco Vunipola back inside to Cowan Dickey. Now Vunipola again. Owen Farrell. Oh, intercepted by Faison Barton. There's a chance here for the Sharks. Kevin Bosch is going to have a run here. Needs to get it out to Takir Abrams, but it's been taken by Louis Rizamet, just stopping that pass from happening. And now the Lions have got the ball on the 22-meter line. Needed to pass that earlier was Kevin Bosch. Now it comes out to Zaga Ferguson again, just inside the 22 of the Lions. Ali Price waiting for this ball to come out now. And he's going to have a little box kick over the top here. Chase down. Not going to find touch into the hands of Marius Lowe on halfway. Marius Lowe straightening the line up to the 10-meter line. He goes. Now needs support from the Sharks. Tembelani Bolly. Pick and go from him. Again, a little bit too high in there. Jaden Hendrickson gets it back now. Pepsi Buthelezi. Tackled by Owen Farrell. Gets it back now. Jaden Hendrickson to Kevin Bosch. Out it goes to Jeremy Ward now. Vanderkok. Vanderkok gives it out to Manny Libok. Back inside it goes to Jeremy Ward. Gets the offload to James Venter. And James Venter is going to get the Sharks' first try of the game. Well done there by the Sharks. And finally, we break through this Lions defense. Well, what a passage of play here. Do you think the Sharks would have more moral if the stadium was full of supporters? I do believe so. You know, the thing, well, then you have to ask yourself, will the Lions also have had the Barney Army, you know, those red barricades of supporters coming in, and it would have been probably a 50-50 supporter line, but that would have made a big difference to the game as well. Then let's see. Achilles says, attacking-wise, the Sharks did better than the Lions. Defense-wise, Sharks did better than the Lions. Sharks should use Golden Lions' attacking game with their own defense, and they might just do better. So on that account, great counterattack from the Sharks on that account. So great stuff from them, getting their first try, and Kevin Bosch should convert this easily. Right, Terry Patton says, yes, Ghost Boys. Mike Preston, Harry, well, hooray, well done the Sharks for sticking at it and getting on the scoreboard. So yeah, great passing work there from the Sharks, finally managing to keep the ball in hand and not knock it on. So just shows if they keep going at this line side, make less mistakes, they could have an opportunity to score a few more tries. Right, so Sutherland now on for Vunipolo as well, who's had a good second half, is Vunipolo. He's had his ups and downs in the first half, but overall not a bad performance from him. Dutch Furlong also on the field, which I guess is their first choice started prop for this Lions tour as well. Looks like Owen Farrell also leaving the field here. So they bring on those replacements now. Sharks will own second half, says Achilles. So the restart here from the Lions into the hands of Ruben van Heerden just outside his own 22 now. Jaden Hendricks has the ball at the back here. Setting it up through the forwards. Vian Harps not gaining any ground with that, but just setting up an opportunity to clear the Lions here. Good counter ruck from the Lions, though, putting Hendricks under pressure. He is going to go with the box kick over the top, chased down by Vanderkok, right about on the 10-meter line. It is going to be collected by the Sharks, and here comes Tembelani Bolly. Bolly up to halfway, goes the Sharks now. Jaden Hendricks gets it out to Kevin Bosch. Long skip pass out. Here they come now. Manny Libok out to Pepsi Buthelezi. He's going to straighten the line up to halfway. It's the Sharks now. Neat quick ball though. Sharks not quick enough at the breakdown. Now Jaden Hendricks, he tries to go on his own, gets the offload to Machuna. Machuna takes one defender with him over the halfway line. Goes the Sharks now. Hendricks out to Kevin Bosch. Out to Ruben van Heerden. Sharks losing ground there. And is it going to come back to the Shark side? Yes, it will. Now Machuna or Pepsi Buthelezi driven back in a tackle by Furlong and Carey up to the 10-meter line inside their own half. The Sharks now. Comes out to Marius Lowe, throws a little dummy, and Marius Lowe straight through the middle. Needs support now from the rest. And unfortunately, he slips and now goes it out to Jaden Hendrickson back inside to Manny Libok. Needs support now about 10 meters out from the 22 is the Sharks. Here comes Renil Hiku. Sharks suddenly playing with a lot more confidence. Kevin Bosch, out it goes to Marius Lowe. Marius Lowe, a little bit indecisive there, puts his head down, gets it back for the Sharks now on the 10-meter line. Pepsi Buthelezi taking it up for the Sharks. Will the Sharks be able to get past the Lions defense again? Now Kevin Bosch tries to go on his own, makes a couple of meters as well. Now James Hendricks goes to James Venter. 10 phases from the Sharks. Hendricks again gives it out to Renil Ichu. He went in too high, could be held up here. Now they need peace. He gets it back. Jaden Hendricks at about 5 meters out from the 22, gives it out to Tim Milani Bolly. Jaden Hendricks again out to Kevin Bosch now. He puts it to the boot, step through. Not a good kick from Kevin Bosch, collected by Josh Adams. And he's going to return it with interest there. Not going to find touch though. And Kevin Bosch in halfway gives it out to Vanna Cock. Cock is going to have a run down the middle. Puts a little kick at Chase. He's got to get it. Needs support now. Gets it out to Ruben van Heeren. 10 meters out from the try line is the Sharks now. Will they get possession? No, it's a penalty to the Lions. Diving in off their feet is the Sharks there and gives away the penalty. But this is much better from the Sharks outfit. They just need to build on this play now and it will be really good. Right, I might have missed a couple of comment section down the line as we see Finn Russell also on the field here for the Lions. Who scored the try? Asked Manga. So it was a try scored. I completely forgot now. Who scored the try for the Sharks? It's been a while, so let's see who did get it. It was James Venter who scored the try for the Sharks there. So, yeah. Akili says, honestly, the Sharks have not played horrible at all since the start of the game. Just some errors here and there and bad defense on occasions. And then, yes, please, the Shark Tank is always a hard place to play. Right, so phone here from Ken Owens. Adam Beer taking off the back there for the Lions. They've got them all going now on the 10-meter line. Much better from the Sharks. 15 minutes gone in the second half. Penalty advantage coming the way of the Lions now. Dan Bigger with a little step through. Elliot Daly collects it. Up to the 10-meter line they go now. Ken Owens gets the pass out to Sam Simmons. Now it's Josh Adams up to the 10-meter line. Duan van der Merwe takes two defenders with him up to the 22-meter line. Now Ali Price again. Out it goes to Finn Russell. Out to Ken Owens. 5 meters out from the 22 is the Lions at the moment. But it looks like Marius Lowe has stolen it for the Sharks. But throws away a loose pass. And, another mistake from the Sharks. And this is going to be a try to the Lions. Great work from Marius Lowe on the ground to steal that ball. Needed not to pass that ball like he did. A mix-up at the back from the Sharks. The Kier Abrams and Manny Livok unable to collect the ball. And Josh Adams gets in for his second try of the game. And the 7th try for the British and Irish Lions. Bad stuff here from the Sharks there. And they give away an easy, soft try there. Yeah, it's unfortunately part of the game as well. Matt Havoc says the Lions have the best rugby players in the UK. Liam asking who scored the Sharks try. It was James Venter who got the try for them, Liam. So he managed to get the try for the Sharks. But now it has been a try for the Lions again. It is Josh Adams who scored the try. A bad slip up from the Sharks there. And it's 31 points to 7 with about 23 minutes to go in this game. Mike Preston asking, do you guys rate Finn Russell? So I do rate him in a sense, but I don't think he should be the starting flyer for this Lions Test series. But it's a difficult one. A lot of people will go with Dan Bigger. A lot of people will go with Finn Russell. He probably is the sweetheart of all Scotland fans out there. But for me personally, I would start Dan Bigger at fly off, Owen Farrell at 12. So, yeah, I do rate him, but not as a test starter. Gilly says Finn Russell, 1 out of 10. Could never forget a name like Spinter, says James Parker. Right, the restart from the Sharks has been knocked on by the Sharks from that kickoff. So we will have scrum down round about just outside of 22 of the Lions. 33 points to 7 it is, with 21 minutes to go in this game. Johan de Plooy said, I honestly think the Sharks are probably the hardest game the Lions has faced so far. Yep, apart from the little errors that the Sharks have done, they've been really good at times. Just this Lions side, great on the counter-attack and really playing hard in that opening minutes, basically suffocating their opposition in the first 8 minutes so far. So, yeah, something the Boks will have to look at going forward for that test series. Try to neutralize the Lions' attack early on in the game. Right, a big scrum here from the Sharks, but the Lions have got it on the back now. Finn Russell with a little cross kick for Duan van der Merwe. It's going to, oh, so closely. Luckily for the Sharks, it's got into touch. I thought for a second that ball was going to jump up into Duan van der Merwe's hands, and it would have been try time again to them. But yeah, it is going to be a line to the Sharks. Yokana Mostert says, Sharks, just do your best. Even if we lose, we never back down. Absolutely. Russell has a wildcard creative streak, which can sometimes be against the team needs. Yeah, exactly that's my point. He tries some really crazy stuff at times. So the Sharks have got this lineup on halfway now. Marius Lowe bashing his way up through the middle. Again, he's had a strong game. Just those little errors from him as well, maybe costing the Sharks as well at times. But overall, a good game from him. Right, the Sharks trying to get hold of that ball. Great counter-ruck from the Lions. Rory Sutherland and Taj Furlong really causing havoc for the Sharks at ruck time. Jaden Hendrickson needs to get this ball out now. 20 minutes to go. Pepsi Buthelezi taking it up for the Sharks. Now Jaden Hendrickson, out it goes to Bosch. A little stab through from him into the hands of Josh Adams. And Josh Adams with a counter-attack gives it out to Louis Rees-Zammit. And Louis Rees-Zammit is going to run the length of the field. I don't know why Kevin Bosch have to kick. The Sharks look so much better on the attack when they keep ball in hand. And they pay the price for that one. Louis Rees-Zammit in for the try here. And that's his second British and Irish Lions try. He's been overall very quiet, but the floodgates are now opening up for the Lions here. Great offload from Josh Adams, and just nobody in front of him. Louis Rees-Zammit gets the try. And it's like I said, Muddy Libbok been caught out of position on numerous occasions today. And we really need to invest in a good fly-off and a good fullback if we want to go forward in this, in the next few seasons, even the Rugby United Championship coming up real soon. James Parker says, I hate backs that kicks the ball away. And I'll say it again, Bosch is the worst 10 we've seen, says Liam. Yeah, I know the Sharks really need to look hard at themselves when it comes to Kevin Bosch. I know he's a fan favorite to some, but he's really costing the Sharks a lot lately. And for one to start off, it was the Currie Cup. I won't get over that. I really can't get over that Currie Cup final, which Kevin Bosch almost single-handedly cost us. And now, again, with some silly kicking, has scored another try for the British and Irish Lions. 40 points to 7 now with 18 minutes to go. Restart now from the Sharks and a great counter-ruck here. But JJ van der Merwe gives away the penalty. So the referee not having none of that, says the Sharks joined in illegally there. And it's going to be a penalty on the 22-meter line for the British and Irish Lions. They should put on Money. So Money is playing fullback. So maybe he should move to 10. But I don't know who they're going to move to fullback. Maybe Takir Abrams can slot in at fullback. And the Sharks can maybe bring on, let's see who's on the bench. Maybe bring Anthony Folman on, which is not really that great as well. So, yeah, the Sharks went and bought a few guys that I feel is very average. Might just be me. Marcel Cillier, if only Patrick Lambie was still able to play rugby. Now, that was a fly-off. Yeah, absolutely agree with you. So, Richard May says, all I hear is Kevin Bosch shortly followed by has kicked the ball away again. I don't know why he did that. Yeah, I know. Exactly. I don't know why he kicks the ball so much. He's not even kicking that great. That's the problem, Richard. So, yeah. Right, the take from Adam Beard at the back of the lineup now for the Lions on halfway. It's a run through the middle here. Taking it up beautifully is Jack Conan for the Lions. Makes a couple of meters again as the Lions now over halfway they go. Finn Russell caught in behind. Oh, and Jeremy Ward has knocked that ball on. It was an open try line after a little knockback from the Lions, Finn Russell. And then Jeremy Ward knocked it on. I don't say he would have scored, but he would have had a great opportunity there. And, yeah, those handling errors really coming back to haunt the Sharks here. Jeremy Ward has made 7 tackles today, which is a great feat from him as well. Matt Havoc says, it's understandable if the Sharks lose. This is a very young team. Which I agree. We never said the Sharks will win it, but I didn't expect us to lose by 33 points at the moment. I did say I was giving the Lions 20-point buffer for this one. But yeah, it is what it is. Liam says, as a diehard Shark fan, it pains me to watch the Sharks suck on a regular basis. Yeah, we're throwing away too many games at the moment, and this is just a reflection of all the handling errors that we do make. The Lions again on the attack now. Ali Price, out it goes to Elliot Daly, tackled by Takir Abrams. The ball gets pulled loose, but the Lions do get possession back, and here they come. Oh, the Sharks have managed to steal this one now on the ground, and it's Dylan Richardson who's got it for the Sharks. Just outside of 22 now for them. Here they come. Anthony Foreman kicks the bloody ball away into touch, and it's going to be a 10-meter lineup to the Lions. I really, really hate this kicking from the Sharks at the moment. They need to keep ball in hand most of the time. Their backline is doing enough to go forward, but they're definitely not with this kicking. The lineup from the Lions overthrown here, and a chance now for the Sharks. James Venter on his way to the try line, 2 meters out now. Can the Sharks get another one? Break up Jan Harps. Can the Sharks get this ball back? No, it's been stolen by the Lions on the ground. And that forward's really doing a great job to steal that one. Comes back to Ali Price, out to Finn Russell, who's going to kick this downfield. Nobody at the back for the Sharks. And Takir Abrams have gone back up to the 10-meter line. Throws a wobbly pass to Anthony Foreman. Now he puts it to the boot again. And into the hands of Louis Rizana to Finn Russell, who kicks it downfield into the hands of Marius Lowe now. He's had a great game so far, with his mistakes even. He's been one of the standout players. Runs it up to halfway. And now Dylan Richardson over halfway he goes. Needs support from the big boys now. JJ van der Mesh. He picks and go. Driven back in the tackle there. And penalty advantage coming the Sharks' way as well now. Pepsi Buthelezi takes it over halfway, between the 10 and halfway now. Richardson puts his head down. Jaden Hendricks again. Out it goes to Kevin Bosch. Gives it out to Vanna Koch. Hospital pass. And luckily we're coming back for a penalty against the Lions there on halfway. Oh dear, those kicking and poor passing at times is really letting the Sharks down at the moment. Terry Patton says handling errors plus Bosch are costing the Sharks. And now we've got a new guy in Anthony Foreman also, who thinks that kicking is the strongest point of the Sharks team. Well, anyway, we are going to have Kevin Bosch kick this into touch for the Sharks now. And hopefully we can get another try or two in this game. Lloyd Gray says Fort Sharks would have got more. And then Achilles Matt, obviously, of course, you had your full strength squad. Marcel Salia says, Achilles, I think the Bulls will do worse against the British Lions, and the Stormers might show us something. Oh, that's an interesting argument as well. Right, what's the hospital pass? The hospital pass is when you pass and get the tackler at the same time. So, yeah, Kevin Bosch made a hospital pass to Vanna Koch there. Got man and ball the same time. Right. Let's see with this one. Karen van Vieren with the throw into the lineup. Taken by Reniel Hichu. Maraje also on the field now for the Lions, disrupting that ball now. Out it goes to Karen van Vieren again, about 10 meters out from the try line is the Sharks now. Grant Williams, out it goes to JJ van der Mesh. 10 meters still out, right in the middle of the field now. Here they come. Dylan Richardson, he's looked good on the attack so far. 5 meters out now at the Sharks. Grant Williams need quick ball now, gives it out to Renil Igu. Penalty advantage coming for the Sharks. Grant Williams again, out it goes to Dylan Richardson again. Very underrated play in South Africa. Now JJ van der Mesh goes in too high, driven back by Navidi. Now comes back to the way of the Sharks, but the Lions have secured it on the ground somehow. So we're coming back for another penalty to the Sharks now. Marius Lowe looking to take this quickly. He is going to go quickly, puts his head down, just short of the try line is Marius Lowe now. Nearly got over himself there. He really deserves a try. Grant Williams, out it goes to Matuna. Still about a meter out from the try line. Another penalty advantage coming the way of the Sharks now. Right under the post of the Sharks now, driving it up. Can they get over the try line though? No, held up again by the Lions. Comes back very slowly for the Sharks, and we will be coming back for another penalty. The Lions disrupting that. Grant Williams is going to go quickly. Gives it out to Dylan Richardson. No, the referee calls them back. The guy swerved back. So whose fault was that really? Now Grant Williams out to Dylan Richardson again. 2 meters out from the try line. Can the Sharks score another try? Grant Williams out to Pepsi Buthelezi. He's tried valiantly as well today as a skipper of the Sharks. Grant Williams back. It comes to Vian Harps now. Grant Williams waiting for that ball. 5 meters out from the try line now. JJ van der Mesh needs to go in lower. Does come back to the Sharks again. Grant Williams now. 10 minutes to go in this game. Dylan Richardson. He's been driven back in a tackle by Dutch Furlong and Ken Owens there. Sharks losing ground at the moment. 7 or 8 meters out from the try line. Grant Williams waiting for it again. Now comes it up to Bosch. Gives it out to Anthony Fulman. Held up in a tackle. Now Matuna. Matuna's going to have a run up to the 5 meter line. He goes. Needs support again as the Sharks now. The ball is loose. Picked up by the Lions. And that is just not good enough from the Sharks. Ali Price. Out it goes to Louis Rees-Zammit. Puts it to the boot. Nobody at the back for the Sharks. And racing back is, let's see, is it Anthony Fulman? Back now. Needs to be 2 Lions defenders. Does so beautifully. And here he goes on a run. Much better than kicking the ball away. And somehow the Lions have got this back. And it looks like Navidi is going to run the length of the halfway line to get the try for the Lions. So I do think that we will be coming back for a little knock-on from the Lions, however. But as far as it stands, Josh Navidi has scored a try for the British and Irish Lions. After all that pressure the Sharks have put on him, they conceded another try. So Anthony Fulman had a great little run there and not kicking for a difference, but then in the end it also didn't work out for them as Navidi gets the try. So does the try stand? It's going to be interesting to see whether Jaco Paper will go upstairs for that one. Finn Russell hasn't gone for the kick just yet, so that means that Jaco will still be having a look at that one. In 2009, Sharks lost 39 points to 3, and that was a great team as well. Right, so Jaco Paper is having a look at this now at the moment, and we'll see whether it's a try or not. So I think Moro Itoje slapped that out of the hands of Anthony Fulman from an offside position. So that could even be a penalty to the Sharks on halfway. But we'll have to wait and see what they say here. Since how the Sharks lose this much against the British and Irish Lions. Handling errors, great counter-attack from the Lions. And yeah, things just not going the way of the Sharks, unfortunately. Right. Yeah, we did play them in 2009, Achilles. So, right, so no try awarded, or no try awarded, yes. We are going to come back to halfway. Was it a knock-on or a penalty? Let's see. Eric Davison says a lot of possession for the Sharks and they're getting somewhere. So, yeah, a much better display in the second half from the Sharks. They've looked much better on the attack. If they can only stop kicking away possession at vital times as well. So, penalty to the Sharks, runabout on halfway. And Kevin Bosch is going to pump this into touch. Finding touch, runabout. Let's see. 10 meters out from the try line. So hopefully we can set up another try now. Sharks was a meter close from getting their second try of the game. So hopefully they can now do something with this one. Right, the line out coming up for the Sharks now. So 10 meters out. 10 meters out from the try line. My voice wants to leave me. Right, the Sharks going with the maul here. It goes down now, and will they get this ball back? Yes, they will. 10 meters out from the try line now. Kieran van Vuren out to Dylan Richardson. Great counter-attack from the Lions in defense here. Just keep the Sharks out. Now Pepsi Buthelezi lost plenty of ground. Back to the 22-meter line. The Sharks now. Grant Williams. Out it goes to JJ van der Mesh. Gone in too high there from JJ and held up in the tackle. And ripped by Hamish Watson. Here comes the Lions again. Counter-attack, kicks it away. And Duan van der Merwe is chasing. Van der Kok is back. Can he do something with this? Gives it out to Anthony Volman. Sharks are going to have a run here from their own 22 now. Up to the 10-meter line they go. Grant Williams back to Pepsi Buthelezi. He's going to put his head down. So the Sharks really just making those little errors. That's costing them dearly at the moment. Grant Williams taking it up to the 10-meter line now. It's been gone into the hands of Van der Kok now. Up to halfway he goes. And like I said, Morris Lowe and Van der Kok has been our best players today in the back line, surely. Now Matuna out to Kevin Bosch. Gives it out to Pepsi Buthelezi. Caught a little bit isolated there between the halfway line and the 10-meter line. And it's been counter-rucked by the Lions. And here they come. Maro Itoje now. Elliot Daly out to Duan van der Merwe. And he's going to have a straight run in for a try here. Scoring a hat-trick tonight is Duan van der Merwe. And the Sharks, unfortunately, giving away another try here with 6 minutes to go in this game. Barry Green asking, did Sharks win that match in 1997? So I'm not aware of that. So I know that we played them, 1997. No, we actually got trashed in that game. So the score was much higher in 1997 than it was in 2009. So this scoreline now really getting close to that 1997 scoreline, if I can remember correctly. Phoenix says, don't worry, the Springboks will club them. Come on, Sharks. Right, so Kasper Bosov says we need to score 2 quick tries. Just to get that scoreline up a little bit. It is 45 points to 7 now, with the conversion coming from Finn Russell. Hat-trick today for Duan van der Merwe, the former South African player, now playing for Scotland. Right, the conversion from Finn Russell is good. So it is 47 points to 7 now. And the scoreline now starting to look really, really bad for the Sharks here. 47 points to 7 after 500 or nearly 600 votes. 66% of you said the Sharks won't be able to beat the Lions. So spot on there with your voting at the moment, guys. So Matt Havoc says, your opinion on the Stormers on Lions? Could be an incredible game. We all know that the Stormers probably boast the strongest side apart from the Bulls. So I think those 2 games could be a little bit closer. And here comes the Lions again from inside their own 22. Rory Sutherland Switches with Ali Price, luckily knocks it on. And now counter-attack chance for the Sharks on halfway. Kevin Bosch needed to look on his inside, and Takir Abrams would have been gone. But now it comes out to JJ van der Mesh between the 10 and the halfway line. Dylan Richardson drives it up for the Sharks. Grant Williams, back it comes to Bosch now. Switches with Marius Lowe. Charges his way into that furlong. Probably not the brightest idea from him. Driven back in a tackle now. Pepsi Buthelezi up to the 10-meter line. Goes the Sharks now. Grant Williams tries to go on his own here. Brought down just over the 10-meter line is the Sharks now. Are there anything left in the Shark tank? Right, Dylan Richardson takes it up again. And Grant Williams waiting for it now. Between the 10 and the 22 now. Karen van Vuren puts his head down. Needs support from the Sharks players though. Grant Williams now. He's going to try and snipe on his own. Throws a little dummy. But held up beautifully by Hamish Watson there. And the Sharks need to get this ball back. JJ van der Mesh out to Marius Lowe. Hammered by Itoje on this occasion. Going backwards is the Sharks again. Can they get this back? Grant Williams. Oh, a little knock on from Renil Echu. And now counter-attack from the Lions. Hamish Watson with a long pass out to Tuan. But Tuan also knocks it on. So we are going to come back for that first knock on from the Sharks. Roundabout on the 10-meter line. And that could have been Tuan van der Merwe in for another try if he could have held on to that ball. But how about the Scottish influence on this game here? Rory Sutherland having a massive run. Ali Price knocking it on. And now Tuan also knocking it on. So a few errors there. Great runs from the Scottish, but also the errors just creeping in there for the Lions. So 3 minutes to go, guys. It is 47-7 and a 40-point drubbing of the Sharks. Shark Tank, we need a smaller boat, I guess, says Shami. Matt Havoc says, if Sharks can get one more try, so we at least in double digit. Yeah, it's been one of those things. Pete Pompey says, Guru voice reminds me of Hugh Bladen. Thanks, Pete Pompey. That's really appreciated. Achilles, I gave up TV 12 years ago. UK commentary is poor, says Eric Davison. Right, so it's going to be a scrum down to the Lions on a 10-meter line. And let's quickly go through Duan's van der Merwe's statistics. 4 carries, 27 meters made, 3 defenders beaten, 3 gain line success, 1 offload, and 4 tackles made. So a massive game from Duan van der Merwe. And I can guarantee you guys that I think he will be called the man of the match for this one. I just don't know. I got that feeling that he will be named man of the match for this one. Gerard Ninaber says, why don't the Sharks back it up? At least Sharks got 5 more points than in 2009, but they've also conceded 8 more points than they did in 2009. Zandanel says, I'm still here, Guru. Please don't forget about me. Message me on WhatsApp so we can have a talk. No problem, Zander. We will have that chat after the game. Right, the scrum from the Lions and a penalty advantage coming their way as well now. Here comes Ali Price. Out it goes to Finn Russell. Gives it out to Louis Rees-Zammit. And look at the pace of the man. Out sprinting Vandercock on the outside. Brought down there by Dylan Richardson, luckily. Now Maro Itoje. He's going to have a crack up for the Lions now. Hamish Watson. Out it goes to Elliot Daly. Out to Adam Beard. Gives it out to Faletau. Faletau with a pass out to Josh Adams. And Josh Adams is going to run in for a hat-trick as well. No, it's not going to be a hat-trick, as his second try was denied. So I think that's his second try for Josh Adams tonight. No, it is a hat-trick try. So Josh Adams gets his hat-trick as well. And 52 points to 7. Trouble in paradise. Right, so it's really, really getting to the end of the and the scoreline suggests that as well. James Parker says that Rees-Zammit is a real find. He's going to develop into something world class. Absolutely. I get you on that one, definitely. So Adams have had 8 carries, 59 meters made, 4 defenders beaten, 7 gain line success, and 2 tackles made. So I guess maybe today is the day that he does get the man of the match reward. Last week he got when he played the Lions, they made Hamish Watson the man of the match. So I think between Duan van der Merwe and Josh Adams vying for that man of the match reward today. Pete Pompey says Robert de Press Sr. was a Bull legend back in the day. And then Mike Preston, Louis Rees-Zammit is the quickest UK rugby player currently. It will be interesting to see how he does against the fastest SA wingers. Right, so the conversion is also going over from Finn Russell, and we've got about 30 seconds left in the game. 54 points to 7 it is, and that looks really, really bad. Matt Havoc says, not a good day for the Sharks staff. No, it's not, but yeah, we always knew that this was going to happen. I just didn't think that it was going to be that big of a score today. So 54 points to 7. The restart from Kevin Bosch, taken in by Jack Conan for the British and Irish Lions, about 10 meters out from their own try line. Gets it out to Finn Russell, and he's just going to put it into touch, and that's going to be the end of the game, guys. So, yeah, Albert Tritter says, I think the Boks are going to be in trouble too. We'll have to wait and see. It's a whole different story, though, Albert. I do believe that Rassie and Jock Nienaber might have a few things up their sleeve as well. So, yeah, 54 points to 7, the final score here. Achilles says US stays and played soccer, such legends. If the Boks gets to win, says Lloyd, great. So, yeah, 8 tries to 1 today, guys. A massive destruction from the British and Irish Lions today. Let's quickly go and have a look at the try scorers for this game. Let's see if I can pull that up for you guys real quickly. So tries by Josh Adams, Duan van der Merwe, then Duan van der Merwe again, Pundiaki getting a try. So at halftime, 28 points to 7, or 26 to 0, and 28 to 7 second half. James Venter getting the first try in the 50th minute for the Sharks. Then Josh Adams again, and then Louis Rees-Zammit scored, Duan van der Merwe again, and then Josh Adams again to finish this game off. So great display from the British and Lions. A well victory. The Sharks, however, just can kick them for that really poor handling errors down the line, and probably not so good at ruck time today. Totally destroyed by Sam Simmons, Hamish Watson, Tom Curry, Josh Navidi, and Felipe Faletau. So, yeah, big troubles coming for the Springboks at ruck time. So we'll have to really look at that in the future. Thank you all for tuning in, guys. You've been amazing. Thank you for keeping the comment sections going, and really thank you for all the support, guys. I will see you guys hopefully on the weekend. We'll see what rugby there is. But for now, I will be back for the game between the All Blacks and Fiji on Saturday. So until then, guys, this is the Rugby Guru. Cheers for now.